You look like a slutty magician. How's that? Don't I look elegant and dashing? The others are with the Exarch. Before we join them, there's something I wish to confirm. Are you going to confirm the light within me? Why do you leave for a couple months? It just be like that sometimes? Tell me, Reen. It's Reen, right? It's been a while. It's been a day, 2 days, 3 days. Reen, have you noticed anything peculiar about Kev's appearance of late? Anything at all? Speak freely, he won't mind. Well, I was wearing that weird outfit in the dungeon, but I changed back. Well, since Minfilia bequeathed her power to me, I've been able to see the light inside him. Though I didn't think anything of it at first, but after we defeated the warden in A Meringue, I realized something was wrong. Is this their way of just saying, like, Kev, you're sick. How are you feeling? Feel pompous, as always. Oh! Did you hear that? It sounded like the shattering of a stained glass window pane. Must have been the Mexican I had yesterday. If not, it's done. This will only get worse. Reen, with the power of the Oracle, you have gained some measure of control over light, have you not? Is there anything you can do for him? I might be able to suppress it, but I don't know for how long. Then we have no choice but to rely on Urianger and his secrets. If the next battle is to be the last, you may yet be able to play your part, but you will need all of your strength. I will discuss strategy with the others and see that everything is made ready for our departure. You are to return to your chambers and rest. Understood. Yes, mother. Best option. Oh, yeah. Ha, none of that cheek or I will take you across my knee. Oh. Yes, mother. Now off with you to the pendants. We will call for you when the time comes. Oh, there's Ardbert. So this is where you've been hiding. Our boy, Ardbert. Minfilia said it. They will need you to guide them when the time comes. Or something along those lines.
And sometimes the dead would rather not be disturbed. But enough about me. What of A Meringue?
Cleared, Captain. We done good. We done it.
I see. Minfilia's gone then.
Minfilia is gone.
Which means the reason I must suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
You'll know it when the time comes, my man. You're important, for some reason. And I beat the Light Warden in the most fabulous outfit. Oh! It sounds like lightning and glass shattering. Oh, the heartburn. Oh!
What's the matter? Are you alright?
No, I'm not alright. Who poisoned me? Whose cup did I drink out of this time? Oh! Oh! I'm becoming... him.
What just happened?
Or something, right? I feel like I'm becoming him, or whatever he is. There was something Minfilia said to me. Yeah.
Minfilia said my time had not yet come. That I still had a role to play.
Yes, sir. Do. Pray return to the waking sands. That is true. Minfilia did say that to us many times.
Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. No, it couldn't be. There's only one hero in this room, and it is not me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
Nah, bro, we've been following in your footsteps. You've been narrating and everything, man. You're about to do some big things. Look at that pouty face. And he's gone, just like that. Our boy is gone. Is he trying to lockpick through the door right now? He was kind of like shuffling around like he was...
Forgive the intrusion, but Minfilia, that is, Reen, and the others were asking after you.
I just went through some shit, man.
Is everything alright?
No. It's the ring hands emote. Oh, that's what it is. I just had a panic attack, man. I had a light attack.
That pain again? And did it pass?
Eventually. This one lasted a little bit longer than the last one.
Thank goodness for that. I would not wish to see you suffer. Though I know only too well how much you have suffered on our behalf in recent days. Indeed, I have no right to impose upon you further. Nevertheless, I must ask one thing of you.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this FFXIV Light Warden baby mystery.
That you survive this, no matter what.
Well, I have another expansion to get through, so I feel pretty good about my chances.
When the dust settles, you must return to your world. For the battles to come, and the wars yet unwon. The final Light Warden is all that stands between us and victory. There is still much we must do to prepare. But for now, I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction which plagues you.
I hope we get to fight FFXIV, and one of his attack moves is he rolls up into a ball and just like rolls at you. That'd be amazing. I hope that happens. When the Warden is dead, will your work finally be done? No. I don't think so. This guy's got some grand schemes ahead of him.
I believe it will.
Oh, never mind.
Once the tyranny of light is ended,
okay.
The people of the Crystarium will be safe, and the future that must be shall come to pass.
Okay, no more grand schemes after this. I was wrong.
I'll not keep you from your rest any longer. Take as much time as you like.
Okay. We'll see how things go once we defeat this final Light Warden here. There's a Skyrim? No, this isn't right. It would need to be later, after the liberation of Alamigo, perhaps. Yeah, Heavensward. No. Oh no. Whose house is this? Gun-toting compatriot. For a second I was like, Biggs? Is that Biggs? Please tell me you finished. We have to go. They'll be upon us at any moment. Oh, that is an Ironworks uniform, is it? Let's just worry about getting out of the city and pray the airship is still in one piece. Is that... Anywhere we go from here will just be more of the same. Is that... Is that Biggs? Gods, by the sound of that last one, I reckon the Knights 12 might be the Knights Rubble now. Is there nothing else we can do? Who the... It's talking right now. Look around you. This isn't war. It's a sickness and it's spread to every corner of Eorzea. The city-states are in disarray and by all accounts the Far East faring no better. Oh. The plague. No, well, not the plague. Black gas? What do they call it? Black rose. Black rose. That's what it was. There will be nothing left of us when this is over. This world is beyond saving. Orton Manor looks wrong. I was gonna say, yeah, I didn't want to presume though, but this is Biggs, and they're in Orton Manor or some Heavensward building. I never tire of that story when the hero swoops in astride a white dragon to save the little girl. Who are we looking through the eye? Is this Papa? I could die happy knowing someone like that was still around. Indeed, but not today. Not while our message remains undelivered. Wouldn't Biggs have known you personally? Biggs did? I'm obviously I'm confused right now. Have faith, my friend. We will find him. Am I supposed to know what was going on there? Was that the past? The dude only knew the story of the Warrior of Light ending the Dragon Song War. That, like... an alternate timeline or something? I'm obviously confused and trying to make sense of what just happened. No clue? Is that what was going on if things just went to shit instead? Gun-toting compatriot? Let it percolate? Alright, we'll let it percolate a little bit here. Oh, here's my fellow Papa Adorable. Urianger saw what would happen if the rejoining happened. If the rejoining happened, right? It would be our death. Is that kind of like what... that's just a timeline of what might happen if we were to fail here? Does our death erase our existence from the past timeline too? Was I cold? Disaster? Was I cold? Getting warm? I was probably cold. I'm feel cold. The Warrior of Light after a night of rest. No clue. Screw you. No clue my ass.
May I assume you've had your fill of rest?
You have all the clues. You have the answers. That's what you have.
That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan.
Okay. This is it. One of the last legs to go. I
Thus
just
far,
burped.
We have vanquished 4 Light Wardens, restoring night to much of Norvrand. Only one remains, that of Calusia. And with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
It's gonna be the 4-3 and his attached baby. Dun, dun, dun. I'm very not
so close now. If we can just take care of this one last warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Norvrand once and for all.
I'm very not used to her without her blonde hair. Ophelia or Reen.
A new beginning for the first. A chance for the people to rebuild their world.
It's not an attached baby. One of his boobs just has a face. Did you just put you just put images into my mind that I can't, they won't go away right now. Come on.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
A girl worth fighting for. Y'all remember Mulan?
And
Good
in
Disney
thus
movie.
Delivering the first from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th umbral calamity.
Okay.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not.
Explain more.
In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins.
Keep talking. Explain more. More lore. More lore. More lore. More lore.
'Twould be churlish of me to deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm.
More lore. Please.
Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose.
But not the problem inside of the nose, right?
A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
You tell him, Alfie.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you.
More lore, more lore. So, underneath their Zodiac, right? People are basically immortal-ish.
You won't object if I borrow your plaything.
Oh, so pretty.
In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life.
I wish this is how all like classrooms were.
It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land. Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored.
Okay, so some weirdness was going on. They weren't exactly sure what. So they imbued the star with its own will. That's how they created Zodiac.
Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiac's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiac, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Good memory.
Yes, yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought.
Yeah, everything just...
As a counterbalance to Zodiac, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe.
Enervate, enervate, enervate. I know innervate. So enervate must be kind of the opposite, right? To feel, to drain.
This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you?
Uh-huh.
Two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects. Strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved.
Two individuals, identical yet reduced in all respects. So a little shadow clone.
Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiac, but the very star.
Yeah, hence the worlds, the shards. It's so pretty.
Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the sundering, me being one of them.
Dang, only 3.
When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past.
So, I'm coming up with an idea right now. He just kind of explained it, right? But the world split. Does that mean, theoretically, right? The people, for example, us who inhabit the source, are we, if these were all still not joined, I forget how many have joined. Well, I guess we're entering the 8th, so 7 have joined. Does that mean we are half of what our full potential could be? As people, maybe? Because if the world split and is kind of, you know, the energy is split like that, what about the people? No. No. Okay, just shooting that idea down. Spam. Okay. I'm just trying to think about, like, what made the people before, you know, this was all split, like they were perfect people. Not perfect, but you know what I mean. They were whole, kind of immortal, it sounds like, until the split, but...
Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful. Disturbing. Depressing.
I mean, the first thing that came to mind was like Adam and Eve. Like, we humans are imperfect creatures, split off from, if you're from a religious standpoint, right? Again, I could be butchering this because I'm not religious, but split off from like an Adam who was perfect, so to speak, right? Hence, that's why we sin. That's why we are imperfect. Why we pitiful, disturbing, and depressing sometimes, right? Because we're not perfect beings. But that's why his world was perfect, and you know, him as a person and their people, they were perfect because they were whole, right? That's kind of what I draw in comparison to.
We took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds, but in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th.
The world of darkness, complete darkness. Oh, so that's why he's like. That's why he doesn't want this place to become full light.
It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard. A flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
If they were so perfect, why couldn't they save the world? Well, I mean, I've been calling them perfect because that's how he was kind of describing them, right?
From a purely Asian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I remember a couple expansions ago were like, you know, to them, like they appear intentions. I've ended stream. How did that go, Polly?
But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions. And this we cannot condone.
Millions. What is the population of the source? I've always wondered that.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity.
I was about to say something. Oh yeah. This is kind of like that situation of this like higher being saying like, hey, to, you know, to cure humanity or whatever, I gotta purge you all. Or some intelligence, like, yeah, the best course of action is to Thanos in some way, right? I gotta purge you all so things can get good again. But then the people are like, wait, but purging, like, you know, that's bad. You're killing too many people, right?
Moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you.
He's a higher being, right? He doesn't see things the way that we see them. It'll make sense when you get there, huh?
Oh, don't look at me like that. You, for whom I have only the highest expectations. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over.
Oh, he's looking for someone who's willing to see things his way. Who's willing to just press the reset button, so to speak, right?
So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive
Everyone!
me, my lord, but this could not wait. Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Yulm. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
It's time. It's time for war.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Volthree is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
Lord Volthree don't give a damn. It's just him and his Sin Eater baby. Boob.
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
I think he is the Light Warden. I've been thinking this for the longest time, but I mean, what if in some way he is the Light Warden? Because he has that baby.
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Yulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Calusia.
Okay. The Ents are marching off to war.